Marvel Studios is in trouble, and nobody's really talking about it the way they should. Just a few years ago, they were riding the wave of Avengers Endgame, the highest-grossing film of all time. The MCU was a cinematic machine, dropping billion-dollar blockbusters with ease and confidence. And then, something changed. Today, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is confused, chaotic, and critically struggling to hold fans' attention. And at the center of this unraveling saga is Avengers 5, a film that was once called the Kang Dynasty, but now doesn't even have a title. This is multiple movies and shows leading up to an epic war in Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. On paper, it made sense, a multiversal villain that could match the scale and stakes of Thanos.
More magic! Magic with a kick! Magic with a... Insect.
But the execution? That's where everything fell apart. Kang first appeared in Loki Season 1 as He Who Remains, a mysterious variant with cryptic warnings about time and chaos. Fans were intrigued. But it wasn't until Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that Kang was officially introduced as a villain. This movie was supposed to set him up as the new big bad, but instead, it flopped. Quantumania was slammed by critics and fans alike. Weak story, forgettable dialogue, poor CGI, and worst of all, Kang didn't feel like a threat. He was defeated by Ant-Man.
You're out of your league. Ant-Man?
Not Thor, not Captain Marvel, Ant-Man. Imagine if Thanos had been beaten by Hawkeye in his first movie appearance. That's how underwhelming it felt. And then came the real disaster, Jonathan Majors' legal issues. In early 2023, the actor was arrested on charges of assault and harassment. While he denied all allegations, the case dragged on. And as the evidence grew, so did the public backlash. In December 2023, Majors was found guilty on 2 counts. The verdict was clear, and Marvel? They wasted no time. Jonathan Majors was officially dropped. This left the MCU in a crisis. The entire Multiverse Saga had been built around this one actor. Multiple Kang variants were supposed to appear. His face was literally the future of Marvel. And now, they had no villain, no actor, and no clear plan. At the same time, Marvel was dealing with other internal problems. The Disney Plus shows had diluted the brand. Instead of 3 films a year, fans were now asked to keep up with 6 or 7 shows too. And many of those shows, Secret Invasion, She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, failed to land with the core fan base. There were too many characters, too many timelines, and too little emotional payoff. The box office started to reflect this confusion. The Marvels had the worst opening weekend in MCU history. Eternals was met with lukewarm response, and even legacy characters like Thor and Doctor Strange were showing signs of fatigue. All of this led to one of the quietest pivots in Marvel history. They changed the name of Avengers the Kang Dynasty. In early 2024, industry insiders noticed that on updated schedules and promotional materials, the Kang Dynasty subtitle was missing. No official announcement, no press release, just a silent rebranding. It's now simply called Avengers 5. Why so quiet? Because Marvel knows the optics aren't great. Scrapping your main villain mid-saga sends a message. We have no idea what we're doing anymore. So what happens now? What even is Avengers 5 supposed to be? Right now, the Avengers themselves are a shell of what they used to be. Iron Man is dead. Captain America is gone. Black Widow is gone. The current roster includes characters like Sam Wilson's Captain America, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, and maybe She-Hulk or Moon Knight. Talented heroes, sure, but do they have the same weight as the original 6? Not yet. Not even close. Some fans are hoping Doctor Doom steps in as the new main villain. Others believe Marvel should bring back Thanos, or do a full reboot of the timeline.
But that raises another question. Is it too late? Marvel's once unshakable fanbase is now divided. Some are still loyal, still watching every show and reading every theory. But many have checked out. Burnout is real. And even casual moviegoers are starting to say what hardcore fans have whispered for years. The MCU just isn't the same anymore. And it's not just the stories, it's the stakes. Endgame worked because it built tension for 10 years. Avengers 5 feels like it's being patched together on the fly. Marvel used to feel like a plan. Now it feels like a reaction. And at the center of that chaos is a movie that was supposed to be the next Infinity War. A movie that's now nameless, villainless, and, for now, visionless. So what happens next? Will Avengers 5 introduce a new threat? Will Secret Wars be the soft reboot that saves the franchise? Or will Marvel finally face what DC has already accepted? That sometimes, to fix a broken universe, you have to burn it down and start over. Either way, the countdown has begun. Marvel's biggest movie is no longer the Kang Dynasty. And if Marvel gets this wrong, the era of the MCU may finally be over. If you found this video interesting, like and subscribe, and drop a comment. Should Marvel have kept Kang, or was removing him the right move?